If you have Hashimoto's and are dealing with things like exhaustion and stubborn weight gain, maybe losing your hair, foggy thinking, and flares, yet you're still trying to push through via exercising more, eating less, or taking every supplement in sight, here's what I want you to know. These common habits may actually be making things worse for you. In this video, I'm going to tell you why and what to do instead. And hey there, in case you're not familiar with me, I'm Michele. I'm an autoimmune health and life coach who has helped hundreds of women reverse their Hashimoto's hypothyroidism and put their disease into remission, stop their symptoms, and help them to feel great again. Today, I want to share with you 4 common habits that may actually be making your Hashimoto's worse. And these are things that are often recommended, considered healthy, or trending on social media, but can totally backfire when you have an autoimmune disease. So let's dive in. The first one is overexercising. I have been guilty of this one. Former Ironman triathlete here. But we've been taught that the more you work out, the more calories you burn, the more you can lose weight, right? But when you have Hashimoto's and chronic inflammation in your body, and your body is probably in nervous system dysregulation, doing intense workouts like HIIT workouts, or too much cardio, too long of cardio, too many times in a week, any of those kind of things can flood your body with the stress hormone cortisol. And unfortunately, when you have that going on a constant drip, that triggers more inflammation, more symptoms, more flares. And if you're feeling that tired but wired feeling, like when you go to bed, you're like, I can't fall asleep, but you were exhausted all day long, this may be happening to you. So what to do instead? Well, aim for more gentle things. It's not that you can't do the other things if you love them, but only do them on an occasional basis. Aim for more gentle things like walking, yoga, qigong or tai chi, and even some strength training. But again, not on an everyday basis and trying to lift as heavy of a weight as possible. Gentle, intentional movement is so much more healing than trying to grind it out with the no pain, no gain kind of mentality. So the second thing is cutting too many calories or going too low carb. And this is another one that sounds smart in theory and has been drilled into us probably from a very young age. Eat less, work out more, lose weight, right? But the truth is your thyroid needs fuel to function. And when you cut calories too low or cut your carbs too low, then your body actually thinks it's in danger. So that slows your metabolism, makes your body hoard fat, not get rid of it, and it also slows down or inhibits the T4 to T3 thyroid hormone conversion, which is the active form that your body can actually absorb and use. It's kind of helpful to be able to get that. Not to mention, when you cut calories too much, you often feel sluggish or cold or even more brain foggy, which we don't want that either. So you need enough of nutrient-dense foods. And it's helpful to have some slow burning carbs, things like sweet potatoes or squash inside of your diet, just so you have enough carbs for your body to do that thyroid hormone conversion, and enough fat and protein in order to keep your blood sugar and your hormone levels stable. The third thing is taking random supplements. This one I get too, because it is so tempting when you're scrolling through Instagram or Facebook and you see these very convincing commercials essentially for supplements saying, take this and your thyroid will suddenly be healed and you'll have all of this energy and everything like that. But here's the thing, supplements are not a one size fits all kind of thing. Some of the most common ones that you'll hear about are things like iodine, ashwagandha, and even selenium, but they can actually make your thyroid symptoms worse depending on your labs, your gut health, and your current stress levels. So if your gut is inflamed or your body is unable to absorb nutrients properly, you're not even going to be able to use the supplements anyway. So you're kind of wasting your money. Supplements can be amazing tools. I'm not completely knocking them at all, but they need to be used strategically, not just randomly. And then the fourth one is cold plunging or ice baths. I know, don't come at me with this one. They're trending right now. Everybody says they're healthy. And they can be for some people. But when you have Hashimoto's or an autoimmune disease and your nervous system is already dysregulated and your body is already inflamed, it can actually cause more harm than good. Cold plunges activate the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight system. In a healthy person, that can be a very great thing to put the body in temporary stress, because then it comes out a little bit better afterwards. However, in a body that's already dysregulated, inflamed, and has all kinds of stuff going on, it can be that straw that broke the camel's back and send you into a flare, or just really like so much inflammation and nervous system dysregulation. When you are trying to heal and to calm your body down during an autoimmune flare, you want to put yourself into the parasympathetic rest and digest mode as much as possible, because that's the healing mode. You just don't want to put yourself into more stress because your body is already so stressed. Now, later on, when you have healed your body and you've healed your gut and the inflammation's all calmed down and all that kind of stuff, then you can try cold plunging and it might be a very effective tool for you. But early on, focus on calming the nervous system, not shocking it. So you might be wondering, how did we get here? How are these harmful habits so common and so recommended everywhere if they're making us worse? And the truth is, it's because we've been told that they are healthy. Doctors, after all, tell everybody, eat less, work out more. Influencers post all the time about their 5 a.m. workouts, their elaborate morning routines, cutting carbs, and cold plunging. And we're surrounded by diet culture, inundated by messages that say that discipline equals results. So of course, when we're struggling, we look to those things because that's what we've been taught what works. But here's what I want you to know. I used to do all of that too. I used to work out 6 days a week. I was trying the HIIT workouts. I used to do Ironman triathlons. I would do it all, right? I would pop supplements like candy because I read about blog posts back in 2014. That's how we got our information about things. And I would try them and see if that worked. I tried eating healthy choice frozen meals to see if like just eating fewer calories would help. I was doing everything right, but I was only getting worse. I was exhausted. If you know my story, it was like constant exhaustion. My hair was falling out. I couldn't seem to lose the stubborn baby weight, even though it had been years since I had a baby. And my brain fog was so intense that I could barely read the specs at work or finish sentences. And the worst part was that my doctor kept saying, "You're fine. Your labs are normal. Just keep taking your levothyroxine." But I wasn't fine. I was falling apart. And it wasn't until I stopped following that healthy advice that things changed. So here's the thing. What works for a healthy person doesn't always work for somebody with Hashimoto's hypothyroidism. Over-exercising and under-eating does not boost your metabolism. It stresses your body out. Some supplements don't balance your hormones. They can actually make things worse. And cold plunging doesn't build resilience if your body is already running on empty. It can spike your cortisol and send your body into survival mode for months. Trust me, I've seen so many women do that, where they think they're doing the right thing, but then they actually are causing flares accidentally. So let's break this down. With Hashimoto's, your body is already inflamed and under attack. Your thyroid hormones are already low or not converting properly, which affects everything from your metabolism to your digestion to your brain. And your nervous system is constantly on high alert. It's trying to keep you safe. So when you add in things like HIIT workouts or calorie restriction or ice baths that trigger a stress response, you're actually telling your body that it's not safe. And a body that doesn't feel safe won't release the weight, won't calm inflammation, and won't let go of symptoms. So that's why you can be doing all of the right things and still feel awful. But when you flip the script and start working with your body instead of against it, that's when everything changes. So if all that intense stuff backfires, what actually helps? It's not about doing more. It's about doing the right things in the right order. So here's what I recommend. Step 1, reduce inflammation and calm the autoimmune attack. Start by removing symptom triggers, especially inflammatory foods like gluten, dairy, and ultra-processed foods, especially ones that have a lot of sugar in them. And this is where diets like AIP, paleo, and gluten-free and dairy-free can really help. They're not fads, they're therapeutic tools that can help calm your immune system so it stops attacking your thyroid. You can also reduce inflammation by getting better sleep, managing stress, and reducing toxins where you can. Step 2 is to balance your nervous system. If your body is stuck in fight or flight mode, it can't heal. Period. That's why I focus so heavily on nervous system healing. breath work, somatic exercises, gentle movement, and things like Qigong and restorative yoga. These can reset your nervous system and help you feel safe again. Step 3, support your body. Don't punish it. Instead of trying to burn calories with high intensity workouts, focus more on nourishing movement. Walks in nature, gentle strength training, or slow yoga. And instead of slashing calories, focus on nourishing meals. Include a lot of protein, healthy fats, and lots of vegetables. Food is information, and your body needs the right signals to heal. And instead of jumping on every supplement trend that there is, focus on what your body's trying to tell you. Sometimes it's asking for rest. Sometimes it's asking for support. But it's rarely a quick fix like a supplement. And when you take this nurturing, supportive approach, everything starts to shift. Your energy comes back, your brain fog starts to lift, and your body starts to feel like yours again. I know, because that's what happened to me. And now I've helped hundreds of women do the same. And if you want support and the step-by-step plan to do this without the confusion, you're always welcome to join us inside the Autoimmune Collective. So let's recap real quick. If you've been over-exercising and under-eating and popping supplements like crazy, cold plunging and things like that, it's not your fault. That's what the world told us to do. That's what the world told us was healthy. But when you have Hashimoto's hypothyroidism, these things can potentially make things worse. They can push your body deeper into survival mode and away from healing. But the good news is you don't have to keep doing more and adding all of these different things on. You just have to start doing what actually works, gently, strategically, and in a way that supports your body. And that's the exact approach that I use in the Autoimmune Collective. It's a supportive, empowering monthly membership for those women that want real answers, real healing, and real results. And if you're not ready for that, that's fine. But please take heart. Know that your symptoms are not just in your head. You don't need to try harder, and you just need the right support and the right plan. So let me know in the comments, have you tried any of these things that I talked about today? And if so, how did they make you feel? Great if you feel great with them. Like, I'm not saying you can't do them. I'm just saying be very cautious and mindful of it. And if you want any more help with your healing journey, check below because I have a whole bunch of free resources for you and how to join the Autoimmune Collective if that's the path for you. Sending you so much love and healing. I'll see you next time.